Goodbyes. Goodbyes can be one of the hardest things for people to do, especially if you come from a close-knit family or you're just not used to going out of your comfort zone. When you travel, you meet some of the most amazing people from all walks of life, from all different cultures, all different shades, all different genders and sexualities, all different religions. Big, tall, young, old, short, fat, thin, doesn't really matter, because when you meet people when you travel, when you meet people during your travels, you all know you have this one thing in common, that you decided to take a step towards an adventure, towards an experience. Some people's experience is short, but they'll probably take what they learned from that short experience with them forever, even if it's just good, happy memories. Some people's experience is months, years, a lifetime. But you all have that one thing in common, that you took a chance. You wanted to see something more. You wanted to experience something more, taste something more. So when you meet people that you just met, you already have this sort of kinship. You know, a nod, a smile. You know the woes and the hardships of going through Bangkok to Chiang Mai on a second-class van train, or the adventures, or you're seeing things sometimes for the first time together, something you've never experienced or seen before. It's really hard to put into words, and I honestly don't know if people can get it unless you've traveled yourself. You can meet someone, and in just a couple of hours, or a few hours, or a day, feel like you've known that person forever. You can reveal things about yourself that you might have never even revealed to your closest friends back at home. We tend to sometimes put on a little bit of a mask with our friends that we've known for a while out of the fear of being judged. But when you just meet someone you just met, when you travel to a different country, they don't know you. They don't know your past mistakes. They don't know your habits. They don't know the thing that you've always been known to do. They just know that you're traveling, and they know you have that one thing in common. And a lot of travelers, a lot of backpackers, especially people who are long-term travelers or new to traveling, tend to be eager to want to get to know you and why you decided to travel, to see if you're traveling for the same reasons that they're traveling. Have you learned the same things? Have you discovered anything new? Can you pass on any knowledge? Most people who have been traveling are really open to new conversations. I mean, sometimes when you're a long-term traveler, you do need your alone time. So if you meet a traveler that doesn't seem eager to say hello, it's not because they don't want to. They just need a little quiet space. But for the most part, people are really eager to want to know your story. And so because you don't have that little guard up that you have when you're, going through the 9-to-5 grind and LA traffic, trying to get your Starbucks coffee before you have to start work, get the kids to school. Because you don't have that wall up, that edge, that maybe a bit of a chip because you're a bit stressed out or you have a little anxiety. I'm not saying life is miserable, but we all have our stress, right? But when you're traveling, especially when you're new to travel and you're just enjoying the moment, you tend to have your walls down, or you tend to bring your guard down a lot quicker. And so you allow people in, and then that's when you might reveal your deepest, darkest secrets, or your passions that you dare to speak because you don't know if they'll ever come true. You talk about your fears, and you realize that you all have something in common, as besides traveling, that you all have the same fears, the same hopes and dreams, from people from everywhere. I talked to the Thai tuk-tuk driver about his life and his philosophy on life, and it's so similar to mine. But he grew up and raised in a completely different country and in a completely different culture. And even though he speaks English, we grew up speaking a completely different language. But we have something in common. So Because you meet so many people, you have so many amazing conversations. And the longer you travel, this happens more often, you tend to start to say a lot of goodbyes. Lots of goodbyes. I've probably said hundreds of goodbyes by now. From people that I just met, passerbyers, to people I travel with for a while, people that I consider long-term friends, people I consider lifetime friends. But the thing is, it's funny because you can feel so close to someone that you travel with, but the truth of the matter is, it's a chance that you may never see that person again. So those goodbyes can be hard for people, especially when you first start traveling. After a while, you kind of get used to them, and you expect them. You expect your friendships to be short and sweet. Short, meaningful, and sweet. But you expect the goodbyes to happen. I'm not saying it doesn't still get hard when you're a long-term traveler, but it gets easier. When I think about all the faces and all the conversations and all the people that I've met, like, wow, it all mashes together, but faces also still stand out, conversations still stand out, things I've learned still stand out, or I still have them with me. My advice for anybody who wants to travel, especially long term: just because something isn't permanent, it doesn't mean that it isn't good. Just because something won't last forever doesn't mean that it's not important. Doesn't mean it wasn't meaningful. Doesn't mean it wasn't valuable. Doesn't mean you shouldn't hold on to it. Hold on to the joy that you gained from that experience. Even if it's a lover, just because the kisses won't last into your old age, it doesn't mean you shouldn't cherish that moment. It's gonna be hard at first. I remember the first time I made really good friends. We hung out, we traveled for 2 weeks straight, and then they left. And I almost didn't want to make any new friends because I figured you're gonna leave anyway. But one of the best things about traveling is the people you meet. So don't close up. Stay open, stay friendly, stay smiling. It's okay to take your alone time. It's okay to be by yourself. And honestly, when you're a solo traveler, you'll actually come to enjoy your solo travels. You'll come to enjoy being alone. But don't be afraid to still reach out. Don't be afraid to still nurture and create and flourish friendships and relationships with other people. And you may not see a lot of them ever again, but you will see some of them again. You make the effort. And I'm telling you, like, when you actually do run into someone you met while traveling, we happen to be in the same country again, it's like seeing a long lifetime childhood friend. Even if you only known that person for a couple of weeks, it's an amazing experience. But yeah, that's my advice. What you put out there is what you get. Enjoy every single moment of it. Try to live in the moment. And just travel and be good. Alright? That's my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this no face video. Just a little bit of a voiceover. I might do a few more of these because I run out of sunlight, and then I want to do a video, and then I wait, and I gotta work. I do have a full-time job. I know I haven't been on YouTube talking to you guys in a while, but I will be back, and I should be going to Bali again soon, and after that, hopefully India. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And if you are new here, please subscribe. If you want to follow me on this crazy game called life, subscribe. And if you subscribe, hit that bell so you get the notifications when I do upload. Check out my links below. I do have a PayPal and a Patreon link down there, guys. But yeah, if not, just subscribe and turn off your ad blockers. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and comment on your favorite part of traveling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And until next time, peace.
Wanna look at the pieces that make you who you are. I wanna build you up.